It's the best little hidden sports bar in Metairie. We're at the corner of West Esplanade and Severn. It's Knuckleheads, sports bar and eatery. Hi again, everyone, and welcome inside Knuckleheads. I'm Eric Richey alongside former Saints quarterback John Fourcade, and welcome to the Realty Executives Saints off-season special. The next 30 minutes, John and myself will break it down, introduce you to some of the new players, but John, overall I can tell you from the OTAs, minicamp, even rookie camp, this team is excited about improving on last season.
Well, I want to say glad to be back with you, and I'm not the knucklehead here tonight. Just want to let you know. I'm looking forward to this upcoming season, Eric. I think it's going to be a tremendous season for the New Orleans Saints. There's a lot of fresh faces out there, folks, so stay tuned for this upcoming season.
And John, maybe the most anticipated new face is the first-round draft pick out of Oregon State, the wide receiver, Brandin Cooks. He got off to a little bit of a late start in the camp, but as Paul Boron said, he certainly finished strong.
Brandin Cooks set Oregon State and Pac-12 receiving records and won the Biletnikoff Award as the nation's top receiver in 2013. But now, he's just another Saints rookie, albeit a first-round draft pick, whose head is spinning, trying to learn his new team's offense.
One of those things you just want to get used to the offense. So I guess that's the challenging part, just getting used to the pace. Being gone so long, they've been grinding for about 3 weeks, and I come in, the last couple of days.
He's doing well. I mean, I think, like any young player, you're quickly giving him as much information as you can, and he's handling it well.
Cooks missed minicamp and most of OTAs while he finished up school in Corvallis, and his teammates have taken an interest in his schoolwork.
So, did you pass all your tests?
Yeah, I passed my test. Yeah, I passed my test.
He passed his classes, and now he's traded his textbooks for the Saints playbook, where his lightning speed opens up a lot of possibilities for Sean Payton's offense. And he's already drawing comparisons to the recently traded Darren Sproles.
I mean, everybody got their comparisons, so, is it fair? I don't know. He did a lot, for this offense and a lot in this game. I'm a rookie, and it's time for me to prove myself. So as far as the speed, it's fair to compare me to him, but, some of the things he did, we can wait on that.
The Saints thought enough of Brandin Cooks that they traded up in the draft to get him. No word on whether they went to Kenny Vaccaro for a scouting report, because Vaccaro knows firsthand just how good Cooks is.
I want to get him in college, and you see the speed that jumps off the tape immediately, but you can just tell he's a very mature guy. His route running is well polished, and he's a well-rounded receiver.
Brandin Cooks did come in and got a late start, but the reason was because he still was in school. This young man will bring so much excitement to the Saints. They've been missing this for years. Speed. The only issue with him, though, is his height. But I really believe they got a gem right here with Brandin Cooks.
No question, a dynamic playmaker who set Pac-12 records his past season in both receiving and receiving yards. Knuckleheads now does breakfast. Here comes Nicole and Holly with some of these. Look at this. It's a Knuckles Benedict and a cheeseburger omelet. Now look at this first here, John. The Knuckles Benedict, toasted French bread. You got grilled andouille, 2 fried eggs, some hollandaise sauce to die for, and of course you got the cheeseburger omelet. They got shrimp and grits. They're open on the weekends now from 8 to 12. All their items on the menu under $10 for breakfast. Amazing.
All I know is there goes the diet.
It is legit, and I cannot wait to dive into it. We'll do so during a commercial break, because it is time for us to take our first break here on Realty Executives Saints off-season special from Knucklehead. Still to come, it's a big year for Mark Ingram. We'll go one-on-one with the Saints running back, but up next, the leader of the Saints defense talks about big-time expectations. We'll be right back. The Realty Executives Saints off-season special is brought to you by Realty Executives, Knuckleheads, Southern Oaks Plantation, and by Tachi Insurance. Knuckleheads. It's the best little hidden sports bar in Metairie, at the corner of Severn and West Esplanade, right behind the CVS. 18 flat screens, the NFL ticket, and a smoke-free environment. On the menu, anything but bar food. Look at our signature cheddar burger, 8 ounces, fresh, never frozen. How about this Nathan's hot dog, loaded with chili cheese and sauerkraut? Knuckleheads, open 11 a.m. daily, and now serving breakfast on weekends. For more local sports, check out RicheyOnSports.com. Like the Cool Cats 5- and 6-year-old softball team in Carrollton.
All right, listen up, girls. Here we go again. Miley, Nyla, Riley, Bella, Nora, Corey, Josephine, Maddie, and Emma. That's the lineup.
1, 2, 3.
Cool Cats!
For more on this story, log on to RicheyOnSports.com.
Hi, I'm Bobby Asaro. Come experience the magic at Southern Oaks Plantation.
I think we got a ton of depth. I think we got competition at every spot, and you know, it's going to be great. It's going to make for, you know, we want to be a great defense, and I really think we got the parts to really do something special.
Rob Ryan brings us back from break here in the Realty Executive Saints off-season special. Eric Richey here from Knuckleheads, West Esplanade and Severn. Now, you talk about the Saints defense, and the first thing you notice are the new names and maybe the familiar names that are gone. Names like Harper, Jenkins, Greer, Smith, even Vilma, all gone from this year's Saints defense. But a new look Saints defense has plenty of confidence. The leader, let's go one-on-one. Our Southern Oaks Plantation one-on-one with linebacker Curtis Lofton. I guess first of all, just kind of wrap up OTA's minicamp. How did it go for you, and just kind of the feeling that you get as you leave here?
Well, I think, you know, each week we took a step in the right direction and getting better as a team and beginning to gel and bond. I think that's the number one thing right now, is just getting a feel for your teammates, getting to know them, and you know, because the chemistry off the field is going to translate to on the field. And overall, I thought everybody knew what they were doing, executed the system, and this is our second year in Rob's system, so it allowed us to be confident, and confidence is going to lead to big plays, and you know, that's one thing that we're going to do.
As a team leader in the second year, as you said, under Rob's system, with the new personnel kind of even fitting his scheme maybe even a little bit better, what has stood out with these new guys? What has impressed you that you have seen on the field?
I think what's impressed me most about the young guys is just their willingness to learn, and you know, stepping out on the field and going out and executing. It says a lot about them, and you know, their capacity to learn. And they've been doing a good job of executing the system. There really hasn't been much drop-off from being, you know, from the first team to the second team to the third team. And, you know, and also what it provides is it pushes, the young guys are pushing older guys to be better, and eventually they begin make themselves better.
Any individuals that have stood out that you're like, wow, that was pretty impressive?
I mean, you could say that about a different guy individually every single day. You know, I think from myself, this is the best team on paper that I've been around. But you know, I think in saying that, just having the best players doesn't mean you're going to win a championship. I think the best team, and that's what we gotta become, a real team, and look forward to doing that. This process started OTAs and minicamp, and look forward to translating over to training camp.
Your plans during the break now? You kind of decelerate, catch your breath a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I'll take a week to myself just to get away, clear my thoughts, and you know, I look to go to Destin, get out on the beach a little bit, have a couple of beers, and then after that, you know, it's back to work.
Talk about Curtis Lofton. He is the Drew Brees of the defense, folks. That's right, the Drew Brees of the defense. He has led this team 2 years in a row with the greatest tackling you've ever seen for New Orleans Saints linebacking corps. He is what makes the defense go. I like this player. He's got a great discipline about him. His attitude is nothing but play football, play to win.
part of a dynamic linebacking core. And again, they went from the 3-4 to the 4-3 quite a bit last year, and you expect more of the same this year. But up front, guys like Junior Galette, a big year for Junior ahead after a breakout season last year. Paul Boron has more.
Junior Galette has been on a meteoric rise in his NFL career. Undrafted out of Stillman in 2010, he has gone from making a mark in special teams to terrorizing quarterbacks. Last year, he had 40 total tackles, and 12 of those were for sacks. And in his brief career, he's already over 20 sacks. All that, and he is just now hitting his prime.
Can't get complacent, obviously. I mean, same prime, but I just want to keep getting better. Like, so as I'm making progress, then I'm heading the right direction, and just don't. I feel like if I, meet the goals that I set for myself and as a team that we have, then that's all that matters.
It wasn't that long ago that Junior Galette was fighting for a job out here. Now he finds himself in a new position as a mentor.
It feels a little weird that I'm in the other shoe, but it feels good at the same time that I embrace it. I want to coach the young guys up.
There's no question he's one of the most active Saints on the field, but that's nothing compared to his Twitter activity, where he is constantly tweeting and occasionally taking on his detractors.
I guess, sometimes boredom. Boredom strikes us best. I don't know what else would possess me to do that,
but you fire back. You fire back at
not all
critics.
The time.
Sometimes you do.
So he certainly listens to what fans and haters alike have to say about him. But what if he could describe himself?
Hard worker. This guy's, just finished dude. Just kind of chip on the shoulder guy, hard-nosed underdog. Just kind of the name that you hear when you talk about New Orleans. It's underdog type of city. It's small. But, New Orleans as a whole, the people always have a chip on their shoulder, and they're hungry, and they came, from the bottom and overcame a lot of obstacles. I'm motivated by pride, and just getting better at what I do. And nobody else is going to motivate me. I know where I came from.
Junior Galette is playing for his contract too, folks. Let's all talk about Junior Galette. He had 12 sacks last season, only a half a sack less than what Cameron did last season. Overall, he's got a chip on his shoulder because why? Because nobody really thinks about him. They always think about Cam Jordan and everybody else on that football club. I will say this much about it. He is going to be the player to watch this season for New Orleans Saints. Chip on his shoulders or not, he's coming to play in 2014.
Oh, here we go again. Nicole and Gabby bringing out some of the appetizers they have here. That's the nachos and the wings. Now, the knuckle nachos, John, chili cheese, jalapeno. They got the sour cream and the sauce. The unique buffalo wing sauce over here, too. Again, just some of the great appetizers that you can get here at Knuckleheads.
Well, I might as well give a plug to Nexium because you'll need it after eating these two. Wow, this is unbelievable, Eric. Look at this.
It is some great food that they make up here in the kitchen here at Knuckleheads. You're going to want to make sure to stop by and try just some of these appetizers. Time for another break, but still to come, the new meets the old at center. Who will be snapping the ball to Drew Brees this year? But up next, we'll hear from another new face, Champ Bailey, when the Realty Executive Saints offseason special rolls on from Knuckleheads.
Hi, at Tachi Insurance, we can do it all, not just life, health, and employee benefits. But now we've expanded our product portfolio to include all commercial lines of insurance. At Tachi Insurance, we can truly be your one-stop shop for all your insurance needs. At Tachi Insurance, you get personalized service from Natalie
and Kelsey Tachi.
Hi, I'm Bobby Vaccaro. Come experience the magic at Southern Oaks Plantation.
Knuckleheads, it's the best little hidden sports bar in Metairie, at the corner of Severn and West Esplanade, right behind the CVS. 18 flat screens, the NFL ticket, and a smoke-free environment. On the menu, anything but bar food. Look at our signature cheddar burger, 8 ounces, fresh, never frozen. How about this Nathan's hot dog, loaded with chili cheese and sauerkraut? Knuckleheads, open 11 a.m. daily, and now serving breakfast on weekends. One of the more entertaining events of the Saints offseason is the second annual Ben Grubbs softball game out at Zephyr Field. Tyron Walker put on a show of power, made it into the finals of the home run derby, but you know when you get that far, Drew Brees, he was out to get his trophy back. Number 9 did just that, brings home the home run derby trophy. Now on the field itself in the game, well, the offense won 14-8, and it was Mark Ingram leading off with one of his 2 home runs. You think he knew that one was gone? Then on the home run trot on his second home run, striking the Heisman pose. Yes, that's right, Mark Ingram, looking to continue on the momentum that he built on really the last 4 games of last season when he rushed for close to 300 yards and more importantly, averaged over 5 yards, really 5.7 yards a carry. Let's go one-on-one now. Our Southern Oaks Plantation one-on-one with Saints running back Mark Ingram. Just tell us a little bit about kind of your mentality, Mark, heading into this season and kind of putting the wraps on OTAs.
Like I said, main thing for me was just come out here every day and get better, keep improving. That's pretty much it.
What has the mini camp schedule been like for you in the OTAs? A little break the other day with the paintball game. What's it been like this off season for the Saints?
I think it's been good, been fair. You know, we come and work Monday through Thursday. OTAs Tuesday through Thursday, so I think it's been fair, and I think we got a lot of good things done.
I think we can all relate to everyone needs a break in whatever profession they're in. You guys get that break now. What does Mark Ingram do to kind of get away from it, just kind of recharge the batteries before coming back to training camp?
I pretty much go and train and just keep training, keep putting myself in, getting myself in the best shape I can be. I travel, hang out with my friends, just enjoy it, just live life a little bit. I've just always been taught to be humble, and you know, you're never as good as they say you are, you're never as bad as they say you are. So my father and my mother brought me up real well, raised me to be strong-minded mentally. So really outside opinions and things like that really never bothered me or never really fazed me. So, you know, I just had to say, just be how I was raised, how I grew up, yeah.
Well, I think Mark Ingram's going to have a breakout season. Yes, folks, you heard it from me. I really believe Mark Ingram knows now he's the star running back for New Orleans Saints. The question is, they got to use him. Will they use him? I think they will. I think Mark Ingram's going to have a breakout season. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
John, another of the new-look Saints also in the defensive secondary is Champ Bailey. The guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, one of the best cornerbacks to ever play the game. He's won 12 Pro Bowls, but many question how much gas is in the tank. One thing is for sure, this guy demands respect both on and off the field.
My first thing is to lead by example and, you know, show how hard I could work and, you know, try to lead that way. And all these guys, I know I have a lot of experience, and I'm not going to shy away from telling them things I think they need to hear, and, you know, making sure I'm there for them when they have questions. And that's really what it's all about, just being available.
It's getting to be my favorite portion of the show. Holly and Nicole back with more food. This is the Winky Dinky Dog and the Cheddar Burger. That's right, the Winky Dinky Dog is a Nathan's hot dog, and it's just loaded with the cheese and the chili and the sauerkraut. You can get 2 of those for $6, $4 for one of these, and this is made at 8 ounces, fresh Angus chuck. I mean, how good does that look?
I mean, look at these 2 plates. I mean, look at the 2 for $6. That's I'm going to have to get in the hot dog eating contest come July 4th.
No question about it. Again, just part of the great specials you can get here at Knuckleheads. Time for another break here in the Realty Executive Saints off-season special. Still to come, we'll go one-on-one with second-year safety Kenny Vaccaro, but up next, we'll center it up with Tim Lolito and Jonathan Goodwin. Knuckleheads, it's the best little hidden sports bar in Metairie. At the corner of Severn and West Esplanade, right behind the CVS. 18 flat screens, the NFL ticket, and a smoke-free environment. On the menu, anything but bar food. Look at our signature cheddar burger. 8 ounces, fresh, never frozen. How about this Nathan's hot dog? Loaded with chili cheese and sauerkraut. Knuckleheads, open 11 a.m. daily, and now serving breakfast on weekends. For more local sports, check out RicheyOnSports.com. Like the Piranhas swim team in LaPlace, who recently beat Riverlands for the first time in 8 years.
I've been swimming for 16 years now. It's been fun.
Our record is looking awesome. We're winning more meets. The kids are excited. We've got a huge team right now, and we're all just really excited to be here.
For more, log on to RicheyOnSports.com.
Hi, I'm Bobby Vaccaro. Come experience the magic at Southern Oaks Plantation.
We go pick a hole and run, pick a hole and run, pick a hole and run. Oh, got a touchdown. Last year, you know, I had to know the plays, but this year I have to know the ins and outs of every single play. I have to know what everyone's doing on the line so we're all together, because you know, if I say we're going here, that's where we're going.
Tim Lolito brings us back from break here on the Realty Executives Saints Off-Season Special. Here at Knuckleheads, I'm Eric Richey. Tim Lolito was speaking at Airline Academy. It's a school that won a recycling award to earn a Saints junior training camp at their school. And speaking of recycling, it's pretty much what the Saints did for a little insurance at the center position when they went back and signed Jonathan Goodwin to a one-year contract. Goodwin started every game the last 3 years he was in San Francisco, and Paul Boron has more on Jonathan Goodwin as a Saint. Take 2.
Jonathan Goodwin is back in black and gold and happy to be here.
I'm really happy. You know, place that, you know, in the past I enjoyed being here, and you know, a lot of guys don't get the opportunity to come back to a place they enjoy. So you know, I'm definitely cherishing the moment and enjoying every moment. I come in my first week and you know, kind of know what's the terminology and know everything. You know, it's definitely a high comfort zone that I have here.
Now in his 13th year, the Saints center is at a different stage in his career, fighting for a job while also mentoring second-year center and guard Tim Lolito.
You know, I'm just trying to, you know, at the same time take care of my body. You know, you can't play unless you take care of your body. So, you know, that's my main focus, to keep getting, you know, better in the weight room and stronger, and you know, just been out here taking advantage of every moment.
So Goodwin is happy to call this his office once again, and his new/old coworkers are happy to have him back.
It's always good to get a guy that you know and that you're comfortable with and you know is going to fit into the room. When you're in a close room like that, when you have a close room, you don't want anything to kind of upset that balance. And Goody's a guy that we like, you know, he's a good dude, and more than anything, honestly, is he can play. You know, he's a guy that's going to help our team in any capacity.
I believe what you're going to see here is Tim and Jonathan competing this offseason coming up for training camp. That's the greatest thing the Saints can have. A veteran and a youngster. They're going to help this football club. You can't go wrong with either one of these football players on this football team. They both bring something to the table. I'm looking forward to seeing these guys work together.
Can't wait to see that, really that battle unfold in West Virginia. It's going to be a great battle, and again, you can't go wrong with either guy, really. Down to our final timeout on the Realty Executive Saints Off-Season Special from Knuckleheads. Knuckleheads, it's the best little hidden sports bar in Metairie. At the corner of Severn and West Esplanade, right behind the CVS. 18 flat screens, the NFL ticket, and a smoke-free environment. On the menu, anything but bar food. Look at our signature cheddar burger. 8 ounces, fresh, never frozen. How about this Nathan's hot dog? Loaded with chili cheese and sauerkraut. Knuckleheads, open 11 a.m. daily, and now serving breakfast on weekends. more local sports, check out riverparishfootball.com. Like the prestigious offensive and defensive lineman camp held at Nicholls State.
Basically, this camp should be named Fundamentals, Fundamentals, Fundamentals.
2 days of 3-a-days, it's 8 practices in 4 days. It's not easy to do.
Set, go! Drive, drive, drive. There you go. Stomp it, stomp it, stomp it, stomp it. Get out. Good job, good job.
Kids go back tougher, and I'll always bring kids as long as I'm here.
For more on this story, log on to riverparishfootball.com.
Hi, at Tachi Insurance, we can do it all, not just life, health, and employee benefits. But now we've expanded our product portfolio to include all commercial lines of insurance. At Tachi Insurance, we can truly be your one-stop shop for all your insurance needs. At Tachi Insurance, you get personalized service from Natalie
and Kelsey Tachi.
What's it been like? I mean, coming back, getting back on the field, OTAs, minicamp, what's it been like for you, Kenny?
Man, it's been a relief, man. Coming off that injury, I was down. But being here at every OTA practice, man, it was really relieving to see that.
I know even on Twitter you put out, you're not going to change your style of play because of this injury. Tell us about that.
I was just basically saying, I mean, when freak accidents happen like that, I think slowing down, you get hurt. You'll get hurt more often. I mean, I've been playing this way for some odd years, so I'm not going to change now,
Can you talk about what a difference a year makes and literally where we're standing and the guys that aren't here and some of the guys that are? It's just been a massive change for the secondary, but I mean, the cohesiveness that you guys have already formed.
Yeah, man, we're all brothers, and I think this OTAs really got together and kind of became one unit, one team, and yeah, our secondary, we're real close, so it'll be a lot different this year, I think.
Out of some of the new guys, and I know you haven't seen everybody, but what has stood out? Something that you're like, wow, I didn't know he could do that, or I didn't know he knew that.
You got Stan, he listens, real tall corner, real physical. Then you got Benny, I feel like he's like my little brother. Smart guy, tough, you can just tell he loves the game. Coach's son, so he has that in his background.
Kenny, an off-season bucket list, if you will, kind of recharge the batteries, get away, anywhere you want to go, somebody you want to visit in particular?
I want to get out the country. I don't know exactly where. Got to get my passport again. I lost it. But, yeah, I just want to get away, but not for long. Training camp's right around the corner, and I want to make sure this next season's better than the last.
Great to see a healthy Kenny Vaccaro back in the lineup. Before we say goodbye, we welcome our title sponsor, Tammy Randalls from Realty Executives. Tammy, thanks for being a part of the show. What would you like our audience to know about your company?
Well, Realty Executives, Southeast Louisiana, services all of the entire metro New Orleans area. Both sides of the lake, East Bank, West Bank, River parishes, St. Bernard parishes. We're here to help everyone in our entire metro area.
My question to you is basically, Tammy, is this. What separates you from other realtors when it comes to purchasing a home or real estate, commercial real estate, or even in leasing? What separates you from other realtors?
Well, our agents and our executives is what we call them. We call them executives. Executives are the best agents. That's where the experts are, is our slogan. They're better trained, they're better paid, which in turn makes them be better professionals when they're working with the general public.
Tammy, you just told us you have offices all over the New Orleans metro area. If somebody wanted to get in touch with you right now, to get in touch with, maybe putting their home up for sale or buying a home, what would you tell them to do?
Log on to www.realtyexecutivesneworleans.com, or they can reach us at 504-468-7979, and they can direct you to any of the offices we have.
Tammy, thanks so much. And that'll put a wrap to the Realty Executive Saints off-season special. For John Fourcade, I'm Eric Richey saying so long from Knuckleheads here in Metairie, and we'll see you again training camp in just a couple weeks from West Virginia.